Hello and welcome to another video of me talking about wherever it comes to mind. Today's subject is going to be about ads. I've seen a bunch of people talk about it and decided to throw my own 2 cents into the mix. As I'm working, I'm trying to make more, like scripted and kind of sort of loosely scripted videos to get, like in a more professional setting, but for now it's kind of like freestyle. So let's start with ads. From my point of view, as a viewer, I tend to ignore ads. I kind of do not see them. Like, since I've been on the internet for quite some time now, I'm totally oblivious to ads. They're like noise, like white noise, but like visually they're not there. I can't see them, which is why some ads go out of their way to be obnoxious. I feel like probably because I'm not the only one. Probably a lot of people have this issue where they kind of not see ads anymore, and honestly I do not blame them. It's kind of like there's so much everywhere and for no reason whatsoever. Like, some of the products aren't even, something that should be advertised. It just feels like they're advertised because reasons. And I understand why. Like, there's so many people and there's so many products, but still, I know it's a bit invasive. But on the other hand, I understand, because this is the only way to make stuff that are basically free for people, but at the same time pay other people. So ads have kind of transformed into some sort of pseudo currency, which is really weird. It's kind of like turning into a world where in the future it'll be like, yeah, I'm paying you and I watched 60 ads for you. 60 ads, that's not enough. Please, my electricity bill went up. I had to watch 200 ads. Okay, listen, I can't pay you in more than 65 watched ads. I'm sorry. That is the maximum I can offer you. And it's really a bit dystopian, isn't it? I don't like to use this word lightly because I feel like it's overused. Like, oh, something looks like it's horrible. Oh, it's dystopian. That's more about language than anything else. It's still, I understand, basically. And as someone who wants to earn money from content, it is actually, I kind of understand. But I do also feel bad, like for example on Twitch, where I see people get hit with ads, and I'm like, I'm so glad you are still watching, because I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't watch my own ads, though I do tend to watch them. Like on YouTube, I don't use ad block. I used to use ad block on weird sites, like for example, I used to pirate back in the day because I was poor as hell, even poorer than now. Even though I'm very poor right now, I was even poorer and I couldn't afford stuff, so I would I want to watch the latest movie and stuff. Don't we all? Yeah, so that's a thing. I'm not doing anymore. I put my pirate hat away, but yeah, that's when I would use ad block, because those ads were unbelievably invasive. Like really out there, and there weren't even like nice ads, like, I don't know, shoes and stuff. No. They were like boobs, and well, you can infer from that what kind of ads they were, right? Generally speaking, ads have gone really haywire, like really out there. It's everywhere. I can't turn my eyes without running into an ad. Ads here, ads there, everywhere. You turn your head, there's an ad. It's starting to become really useless, because I feel like the more it's shoved down people's throats, the less people want to buy at all. To the point that if you advertise your product, nobody will buy it because you advertised it. It might be a good product, but since it was on in an ad, people are like, no. And I feel like that's kind of how it's becoming so for me at the very least. And I know I'm not the only one where I see something as an ad, yeah, I'm not buying it. Sorry, I would rather buy it. If it weren't an ad, maybe I'll consider, but it's an ad, so I won't. I've seen a lot of people especially react very bad to on Google search, where the first 3-4 are sponsored. That means people paid for their things to be shown first. And people really, really, really hate those. Like, if you paid for that as a company and your ad is sponsored, people would just, nah. Though it's not that bad, I think, because otherwise I feel like they wouldn't use it. But I also heard that creators are paid less than before, which means technically speaking ads are less valuable, so maybe that kind of stands my point. But it's hard for me to tell because if you see an ad on this video, yeah, it's not from me. Yeah, so people are getting really sick of ads, and it's only a matter of time, you know, not today, not tomorrow, not in 3-6 months, but eventually people will get to the point that they will simply not engage in anything that has ads. And that's a problem if you want your people to know that your product exists. It's basically, if you force someone to do something, then people would not want to do it, not because they wouldn't anyway, but out of spite. I'm not gonna do it. If you tell me to do it, I'm not gonna do it, just to spite you. Why should I do it? Because you told me so? I'm not gonna listen to what you say just because. And I feel this qualifies. A lot of people don't understand that when you abuse something, it will not have the same effect. And this goes for medicine as well. So if you take a lot of medicine, instead of getting well, you're gonna get even worse, but in another direction, or even worse than that. And then there's the ads, that the one on mobile games. Those I would love to use ad blocks on, because they are the most obnoxious and annoying ads possible. Like, I used to play puzzle games, a simple puzzle game, you know, like while I'm doing something, because when I'm listening to something, I want to also do something with my hands. It's really weird. Right now, where I'm talking, I'm actually running around in the game just to keep my hands doing something. It helps me. But then, as I was playing, I will be interrupted with this ad that has its own sound system that is independent every time an ad plays. So it doesn't matter if you mute it, the next one will be just as loud. And it's like 2-3 times the game's audio, just that audio to the max. And sometimes it's straight up a jump scare. Like some weird, obnoxious ad started with a scream or whatever, and you just jumped out of your seat. And in that moment, that ad is absolutely useless, because I would rather throw my phone out the window than download your stupid game that almost made me have a heart attack. And it's the same with mobile games. For example, you are in a library and you're supposed to be quiet, but you're also bored, so you just, like open a game to just play a game, and then a huge noisy ad plays, and everyone's looking at you and like, I'm sorry, and you're trying to make it shut up, please shut up, and you end up closing the game because that's the most fastest way to stop it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make one soon that you won't be able to stop it even if you close it or something. You have TVs where even though you paid for the TV, you still get ads. Like, damn, I paid for that, I literally paid for that. The idea was, if paid, no ads. If not paid, ads. Well, now it's paid in ads. It's just... And again, I feel like every single time they become more and more useless, the more obnoxious they become. Now, to combat this avalanche of ads, a lot of people has resorted to using ad blocks. And one of the reasons why I made this video is that there's kind of a war going between YouTube, who's trying to block ad blocks, and ad blockers who are trying to block ads to be less invasive. And again, I understand both parties, but that, as many people have mentioned, this is not a solution, because it just makes ad blocks stronger. Because people have a lot of time to be petty. No matter how busy or tired they are, people get new energy for being petty. And if you're gonna tell them that, no, you're not allowed to have an ad block, and you're blocking the ad block, well, here comes an ad block that you can't block because it works in a different way, or it abuses another system. For example, I heard about ad blockers that basically block ads for the entire network. So it doesn't matter if you block ad blocks, as long as there's internet, it's gonna be blocked. And while I personally do not use ad blocks, if ads become invasive to the point that it is hard for me to watch anything, then I myself would probably start to watch ad blocks, even though it's counterintuitive, because I have no choice, and that is the problem. The problem is ads are so obnoxious that you can't actually properly watch anything. So just easy down on the ads. Do less of them if possible. Another option that is a thing that people should consider is simply, if YouTube is not making enough money unless it fills the YouTube video with ads, wouldn't it be better off just to have it paid? Because at this point it's a lose-lose situation. So maybe drop the price, the obnoxious £10 or whatever it is for your currency monthly subscription on YouTube. Just drop it down, make it, I don't know, £2 or whatever the equivalent is, $2, $5, something anyone can pay, unless you're homeless, I guess. Yeah, because at this point, it's just got to the point that I would rather pay. If ad blockers are paid, so you can use it, a lot of people would pay it. So just make the subscription lower, and make it so everyone low-key has to buy it, or high-key has to buy it. And that should solve a lot of issues. Because then you don't need to worry about ads being obnoxious, just remove them altogether. And then you just have the payment that comes from everyone using YouTube. And I feel like YouTube is a service that a lot of people would pay for. I mean, you want to learn a language? YouTube. You want to learn about foreign countries that you've never been to? YouTube. You want to listen to music videos? YouTube. You want to, I don't know, watch cartoons or something? YouTube. Everything is on here. Reviews, you know, like weirdos talking over gameplay. Everything is here. And that's the point. Everything is here. So I feel like people, at this point, it probably should be paid if YouTube wouldn't survive any other way. And just cut the spending to the point that whatever money YouTube gets, that's what it is. And I feel like a lot of people should just consider, like a lot of sites like Twitch and so, should consider adapting to a version where they don't need ads at all. Generally speaking, ads seem like an unstable thing to begin with, because if companies are not looking for ads, or they have something against your site, like for example the adpocalypse that happened a while back, where sponsors just simply pulled off of YouTube and YouTube wasn't making any money. Yeah, that can happen anytime. It's not really stable. And generally speaking, at this rate, the more YouTube and anyone tries to push for ads, and the more obnoxious they become, the less people will buy the product. It's simple. It's basically, let's give an example of a toothpaste, right? You made an awesome toothpaste that basically makes your teeth white, you know, like in 2 brush strokes or whatever. Great, that is awesome. How would people find out about your product? Well, let me see. Simply buy an ad on YouTube. Okay, what do? Do you do a 5-second easy app where you go like, toothpaste, good, teeth, white, and then you just put it on there and people just see a 5-second ad, easy, 5 seconds pass really fast, and then it's like, I don't know, 3 ads, so that's 15 seconds, or maybe 2 ads, that's 10 seconds and 10 seconds at the end, no problem, right? But then you go like, no, let me give a 2-minute speech about how important this toothpaste is, how extremely valuable to, I don't know, someone who's really looking forward to watch whatever it is they want to watch. And they can't watch it because your 2-minute ad is taking up their space. They don't want to sit there for 2 minutes. They just want to watch their thing. Just let them watch their thing. Or let me make it also annoying. They're singing and people are loud and obnoxious. And I've noticed a few ads really rub me the wrong way when they pretend nothing is happening at the moment. Well, I think everyone's pretending that nothing is happening at the moment. But like, it's especially infuriating where ads still act like, oh, you have a bunch of money, you have all the money, just spending on this thing. What's the problem? Just spending on this thing. I don't have any money. And a lot of people do not have any money at the moment. It's kind of like, like a crisis, so to say, maybe the cost of living crisis or something. And the ads just don't, and I know they can make like specific ads, because in the COVID time you would have ads go like, in this stressful, never be seen before at time, we blah 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 and blah blah blah. So for sure, without a doubt, they can do it. There's no doubt about it. But they just don't wanna. They wanna pretend nothing is wrong. And it really rubs me the wrong way. Especially when I have a bad day, when I realize, I don't know, I don't have enough money for what I want, like what I need. Or maybe I just want, I don't know, to buy some sweets or something and I can't afford it. And then there's the ads being like, oh, buy this product, come on, what's the matter? Just buy it. Well, what's the harm in it? You just try it. I can't ad, and you can go screw yourself. Annoying ad. I'll never buy it. Even if I had the money, I'll still never buy it. Because screw you, that's why. Stop acting like nothing is wrong. Just make ads that are more sensible and make them less obnoxious. I know the principle is like, you want them to be memorable and you want them to stick. A lot of people act like if you scream the product in someone's face, they're going to buy it, right? If you're walking down the street and someone just jumps in front of you while you're trying to get to work and be like, buy this water bottle, it will save your life, it will improve your life by 120%, it will be the best decision you've ever made. And you're not letting that person just go to their workplace. They're gonna get late and you're gonna lose their job, and then they can't afford your stupid product anyway, so just let them go. No, you gotta buy it. Absolutely got to buy it. You have no choice, you have to buy it. Just try it, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. It doesn't work like that. Actually, the more you force it, the less people want to buy it. And a lot of the times when you force it, that is when they don't want to buy it. So back to the water bottle example. If the water bottle was just a sign that doesn't bother anyone, that isn't obstructing, I don't know, the view or the scenery, and it's just there, then you can just, yeah, sure, okay, I'll buy your water bottle. What the heck, I'll try it out. But when it's in your face like that, buy it, you have to buy it. It's just so grindy and so annoying. Grindy as in not in the video game, but as in it grinds your gears, kinda. I feel like video game mentality just influences my vocabulary. That, or I've been going for too long and I'm starting to speak nonsense. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. Enough with the ads. Just make them less obnoxious. Tone it down. People can't afford stuff anyway, so the reason why people aren't buying your product isn't because ads are bad, it's because people just can't afford it. Just make them less obnoxious. People will be grateful. They will notice the absence of obnoxious ads, and when they'll afford it, they'll specifically look for products to buy. If I had money, I'll be thinking what to spend the money with. I don't have it, so I don't. But if I had money, I would. And then if it's a nice little ad that's really, like self-aware of what it is and so on, like, I don't know, water bottle or something, then I will buy it. Sure, no problem, I'll test it out. I'll give a review, whatever, but at the moment I am tired of ads. Everyone is tired of ads. And if people don't stop with the stupid ads, if companies don't stop with the stupid ads, then people are just going to remember this and never buy your ads. Ever. No matter what it is. It could be like the cure for cancer and people will not buy it because it's an ad. So that's about my 2 cents. If you have any of your personal opinion regarding ads and how annoying or not there is, or your 2 cents, do leave them in the comments down below. Consider maybe subscribing or something if you like it. And that's about it. Goodbye.